What has happened with NEO? If you have been following the price of NEO for the last couple of days, you probably were quite surprised it dropping so drastically out of nowhere. As you can see, at its highest, NEO was around $50, and the price was going kind of sideways with not that many bumps, and it was kind of a downtrend. It was around $38, and boom, it went to 32. And if we go even further, if we zoom in, we can see a huge spike down there to $30.69, and this was, I think, even lower after that, $29.97, and there were some people who say they went in and bought NEO at $28. So maybe for a split second in some exchanges, there is quite a few of them, NEO was priced at $28. So why all of a sudden such a huge drop? Well, this was probably mainly because of this announcement by Red Pulse, which is an ICO that's launching on the NEO platform. And this is what they wrote on Twitter. Due to stricter ICO regulations, we have had to make the difficult decision to disallow Chinese citizens from participating in our ICO. So this was the huge panic for NEO. Well, NEO is created by Chinese, and they are targeting Chinese markets for starters, but this is quite huge, and one of their ICOs that is launching disallow Chinese citizens from participating in the ICO because China is planning to do some regulations on ICOs. Similar things in USA is already happening. They are warning people about ICOs to not invest in them, to do really good research, and a lot of ICOs cannot get participants from the USA because of their strict regulations. So this is the next step in China. China will do something very similar. But there is an article that as China plans to regulate ICOs, blockchain consortia forms framework. So as they say, 6 Chinese blockchain technology industry associations have co-published the Guiyang Blockchain ICO Consensus to establish an industry-wide standard for ICOs. So the businesses involved in ICOs in China are actually cooperating to build up a framework to regulate those ICOs. So if their government listens to them, then probably everything is going to be a-okay and even better than before, in my opinion. Yes, there needs to be some regulation. There are plenty of scams in this ICO bubble where people invest their money and the creators, the founders just disappear with all these millions because it's very easy to raise the capital, it's very easy to hype up the people. You put up a website, do some marketing, and as soon as you know it, your crappy idea has 10 million in funding, and you either start developing it or you can go to Bahamas and start living your life. But so there are people who choose the second way, and this is why governments are stepping in to regulate these ICOs. And it's not a really big deal. The regulations aren't yet published, they aren't yet active. It's not sure how will they be regulated. There are some speculations, definitely. But overall regulations, well, it had to happen, and so this is mainly why the price dipped to $29, because people are scared that all the ICOs won't be able to get investments from China, but that is not true. Once the regulations are being released, everything will boil down to that it will be harder to invest, but there will be higher quality of ICOs, and only the ones that are more likely to succeed will be able to do their ICO events. So it's not saying that there won't be any ICOs in China, but they will need to have stricter regulations. And this is what you should expect, that in the future, if you will want to participate in an ICO, you will probably have to show some sort of an ID. So this is why NEO dropped, and not just NEO, gas also is dropping, and even more significantly, gas is the cryptocurrency of the NEO network. From a high $35, it has gone down to $15, and now it has rebounded to $18, and NEO is actually rebounding as well. It didn't stay at the $30 range for very long. After 35 it dipped again, and the price is slightly recovering as the news wore off. So this is it for this video. This is why these drops are happening. Hope it was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.